Schneider as this weird Asian guy is just hilarious.
I was not expecting Rob Schneider as this character. I did not know it was him until like afterwards.
I didn't either. This is the
That kind of felt weird as him in that.
Not the triangle, because the triangle has edges. It's a circle.
Okay, I get it's a circle.
It's no square. It's a circle.
Yeah, that was actually one of the funniest parts.
Oh yeah, another one of my favorite parts is like where he's at the gay party and like, he runs into David Spade thinking it's a woman. Because originally I was thinking, oh man, this is the lawyer girl. Did she have any sense of like humanity? And then it's like, oh, it's David Spade.
I knew it wasn't going to be her. It's an Adam Sandler movie. That was an obvious point.
I was like, that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was good.
Bernie, what'd you like best about this movie?
I think I like Dan Aykroyd's performance.
Which one was that?
Because the silly things that this guy would say. Wait a minute. Have we moved on, or are we still on Chuck and Larry?
We're still on Chuck and Larry.
Okay. Sorry, got a little confused.
Yeah.
Like I said, Dan Aykroyd's performance.
But no, like your favorite part.
As the captain. Because he could say these ridiculous things that keep us straight-faced. And just... That was absolutely perfect. That's the best. That's another part of the best. That's one of the best parts of this movie, bar none. And if this pencil sharpener had started with it, I'd have to hide it from you.
Alright, so...
No, I want to say something. I think you always complain, like, in every episode we've had, you complained that it was, one of the movies was predictable. By no means, I think, was this movie predictable. I
didn't think it was predictable either.
I thought it was going to be, were they going to end up gay? Was he going to end up with the girl? I wasn't sure what was going to happen.
Yeah, I actually agree with you right there. Like, Chuck and Larry, I could not really predict, but what I was thinking is he's going to play a gay man.
Yeah, but I could tell right away he's not going to play a gay guy.
Well,
But I never understood. I thought it was... What bothered me was Steve Buscemi, how, like, he's like, you're trash. It doesn't seem like gay trash. That made no sense, because, like, I've seen gay people that are, like, you can't tell they're even gay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, they won't do gay things or nothing. They just don't, you know, like, well, I'm not going to give out names, but, you know, there's just people that aren't... That's like stereotyping all gay people as saying that everyone's like that and they're feminine.
Yeah, and here's the thing about Chuck and Larry, and Happy Gilmore also goes through the same problem. The villain, he's evil for no apparent reason. He's evil to be evil.
His job.
I know, but still, like, he should have some kind of motive. I mean, yes, and Happy...
Steve Buscemi as a villain is, like, the most douche of a character ever.
Exactly, and, like, just like, okay, so you don't like this character...
When I think of the word douche, I think of Steve Buscemi as an evil guy.
I think of the stuff they use in the bathroom. But no, it's just like they're just evil to be evil. It's just like, okay, why are you so insane?
Happy Gilmore too. Happy Gilmore, he's evil because he's stealing his thunder.
I understand that, but it's just like you have to have some limits, you know.
Okay, that's the whole point. He doesn't have limits. That's supposed to make.
And there's an antagonist, and then there's an evil just to be evil.
Yeah. Why does Adrian want to take over the world?
Because his... No, but the thing is he's subtle. The other guy tried to hit Gilmore with a car.
Why does Adrian want to take over the world, Cal?
He's hot. Dude, he has a reason.
I have a reason. Because he's evil.
To quote Dogma, he's a fucking demon.
I don't know. Just like
these have really changed. I remember having a quote from the first episode. We had a quote from Aristotle. Now we have quotes from who?
Yeah.
Kevin Smith.
Exactly.
I don't know. It's like certain movies need villains and certain movies need antagonists. It would be just better if they had a regular antagonist. This just seems over the top insane.
Well, I felt that he was like that because maybe he's gay too, because they were all saying he had a fanny pack. If anyone remembers, he was.
Oh yeah, I was thinking only gay guys were.
That would have been a really good twist.
Yeah, but,
Really good twist.
yeah.
If only they did.
But no,
I mean,
Adrian makes a good villain.
Steve Buscemi was gay, and he just didn't want to be.
Yeah, that was a really good
Sorry,
twist. And then it would have been funnier if he ended up marrying that the other fireman, the fireman. Hello?
Yeah. No, but I was like really thinking of what my thing is. I don't think I said that correctly. I just feel like the character in Happy Gilmore and the character in this movie just felt really over the top and unnecessary.
Oh.
I mean, there's a difference between being an antagonist and being a villain. They just seem too much of a villain to be an actual antagonist. You get what I'm saying?
I don't really want to argue because I completely disagree and you have nothing to back it up with, so let's just continue on.
Alright, so are we ready to move on with Just Go With It?
I just said let's move on. I don't want to argue about it anymore.
Alright, well, due to our unorganization and lack of time, only Sam and I saw this film. And
Really?
yeah, because Bernie and Emily didn't see it, and then Emily didn't see Grown Ups 2, so we watched it together today. And I tried to send Bernie the torrent, but he didn't want to deal with it. So.
While we were waiting today, I remember I had watched Filmbrain's version, his review of the thing. And so I kind of got an understanding of what the movie is.
Okay. But Just Go With It is actually one of my favorite out of these 5 because the character actually learns something. He seems like his own predictable character, but he actually learns that this is not the character he wants to go after. He wants to go after Jennifer Aniston's character instead. And I actually think it's one of his better romances than any of his other films.
Even though of all the films, this is probably the most predictable.
I didn't find it that predictable when I first saw it, actually.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. Because I honestly thought that he's gonna just, like, go off with his lie, marry this blonde idiot, and...
She was never an idiot, actually.
Well, I'm not idiot. It's just, like, she didn't have any character to me.
She really didn't have a character. She was just a regular person.
I don't know. She felt so bland. But, like, he was gonna marry this character and just keep going on with his lie, and then they're gonna break up, but there's no actual love interest in the end. That's what I thought it was gonna be.
Before we go on with any more of this movie, does anyone need to make a Devlin?
Devlin's their term for poop.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they say it that way too.
Yeah.
Don't forget to wipe your Adam.
No, they didn't say that. You have to watch the movie. There's a character named Devlin, and she didn't like her.
Yeah, I read this. I'm familiar with that. I read the synopsis.
Yeah.
I just want to...
One of my favorite parts of this movie, it's not really a part, but it's more like a character. I really like the character of Dolph, just because how insane he was.
Nick Swartzen?
Yeah. Apparently he's in Grown Ups too.
This is his best performance I think I've ever seen him have.
Well, in Grown Ups 2, he has that other part, but it's just like, it's so abused of a character.
And also he was in Chuck and Larry.
Who did he play there?
He played the brother of the lawyer.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Emily was asking who he was.
What?
I don't know, Emily said in Grown Ups 2, he looked really familiar, and I'm like, yeah, he kind of does look like the brother. Yeah, but Dolph was, like, really hysterical. Another thing I really liked about the movie, where he's teaching the little boy how to swim, and it's like, oh, I want a Heineken. No, you don't.
That's kind of like the wasted joke from Grown Ups.
Yeah. What was your favorite part of the movie?
Mine?
Yeah. Because you're the only one who saw this.
My favorite part has to be when Dolph saves the sheep. So, okay, if you haven't seen it, there's a scene where he wants to go on a date with... Who does he go on a date with?
He goes with the blonde.
Okay, so he goes on a date with the girl that Adam actually came there for. But, and so he's lying to her, saying that he's, like, from Australia, and that
he's from Austria.
Austria, and he's a veterinarian?
No, he's a sheep seller.
Oh, he sells sheep on the internet. And so when they're out at this really weird, like, Hawaiian restaurant. This girl who has a sheep, her sheep's, like, on the floor dying. So, it's like, is there anyone that knows anything about sheep here? And so she volunteers him. And so he ends up having to know how to save the sheep's life. And he ends up doing it, too.
He's like, yep, he's definitely dead. No, wait, he's still moving. Save him. He's like just banging.
He was pretending.
That's just I'll try to see if I can find it. He was pretending. He had to fake who he was. I'm not sure why.
No, because he told the blonde that, oh, I saw sheep. That's how I met my wife.
Why did he have to fake his character?
Huh?
Why did he have to fake his character?
Wasn't it because he wanted
Yeah.
Be a regular guy.
Now that you mention it, yeah, I actually...
His whole character was kind of pointless. Why did that happen in the first place? He couldn't have kept no accent and just told her his real job,
Mm-hmm.
would have worked. You just in that scene.
But, yeah, I actually did not think about that until you mentioned that, actually. I'm like, yeah, he could have just stayed the same character as he is.
Yeah.
He didn't have to make up an accent. He's just putting more pressure on himself. I mean, like, what if, like, she calls him on the phone, like, the blonde calls him on the phone, and he has no caller ID, and he uses his regular voice? How would that work?
I'm going to, play the, audio of the scene in my microphone, because I think the scene has enough audio to tell what's going on.
So
broke and penniless, I took to the streets to sell my wares. And by wares, I mean my body. And by body, I mean my schnitzel.
Help! Is there a veterinarian in the house? My pet sheep. He passed out. He's not breathing. I don't know what's wrong with him. Him. He's not a vet, but he sells sheep for a living.
Oh, me? Yes. I do, yes. I am that.
Please, come this way.
Now?
Yes. This way.
What is this? Oh, that's a real sheep. Okay. Yes,
It's 9 o'clock.
Yes, in my expert opinion, that sheep is dead. Very sorry. Let's go eat. Okay, show's off. Let's go.
No! He's still alive. Please, do something.
Oh, shit on me. Okay, here we go. Hi. Yes. Whee! We do a sheep dance, right? We want to leave.
yeah, he's just like playing with the arms.
He's giving the Heimlich, right?
No, not yet.
Here we go. Couple more. Yeah, make the milk. Yes, he makes the milk. You love
Right now
it.
he's like moving it around.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Here we go.
Yeah, now he's getting it mouth to mouth.
We got a couple of things that I know. Yes, this is a good test. So wait up. All right.
He's like kicking him.
Now
Now he can. And turns out it's just a carrot inside him. Yeah, it's a weird scene.
That's a good scene.
Yeah. So, do you have any final words? Do you have any final words about this movie? Would you guys watch it if you had like read the synopsis? Like, what would you think of it if, like, yeah?
If you were a fan of this show and you heard us talking about it,